Good evening, my beautiful people. It's Miriam K, and I'm back. How is everybody doing? And yeah, and how are we all? I have a very interesting interview today, and we're going to be having a really good discussion, especially for all the parents. This is if you've got kids, you need to definitely be part of this, listen, share, and images help your kids as well. So that is what we're going to be doing. I am just checking that it has the stream that it is actually live. So just 1 second. Oh yeah, it is. It is. We're live. So, hi, that's great. We know technology sometimes can be something else, but thanks be to God, we are live. And yeah, I know being MIA, that's another story for another day. But nonetheless, we're here. And today I have a wonderful guest with me. I have an actor and also an actress and coordinator of the Make Believe program for kids, which is for singing, dancing, and also acting. So, definitely, if you have kids or you have ever wanted to know what it's like to be an actor or actress, what it takes, you definitely need to make sure that you watch this. You can definitely gain something from it. So, my guest today is Johnny, who is an actor and also coordinator for the Make Believe program that my kids have also attended, and I have seen the great difference that it has made for my kids in terms of that their confidence. So it really the kids learn so much from this. And these are people that are experienced, that are in the field themselves. So definitely it is going to be a great conversation. And I'm going to welcome my guest now. Let me add to the stream 1 second. Oh, yes. Okay. Good evening. Hi, Johnny.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. And
Good.
hello, Rebecca.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the Power Hour, where we talk and just have discussions. It's all about inspiring and empowering people, no matter what they are into. And I'm really glad, I'm so appreciative to have you today because I know what the difference that being part of make believe has done for my own kids. So I would love for other parents to be able to also hear and see if it's something that they would think that their kids would be interested in. So, Johnny, to
Yeah,
start off, can you just give us just a brief explanation about you yourself, what you do, and yeah, your journey.
yeah, of course. Well, firstly, thank you very much for having us. But yeah, I started performing at a fairly young age. I was really interested. I was really into like dressing up as a kid, so I would dress up as Superman and Spider Man and all sorts of other things like that. And then that kind of again, like at school, I got involved in the school productions. I went to the Buxton Fringe Festival for 2 years on the run with a play called Fuji and a play called Chat Room, and then went into the National Youth Theatre. Um, did a show called, I can't remember what it was called now. It was about bees. I did a play about bees. I can't remember what it was called. The National Youth Theatre, and then I went to university in Northampton to study acting. and moved to London shortly thereafter. Started auditioning for plays and stuff. Met Rebecca during a production of Aladdin, and yeah, and then I started Make Believe in January this year. So that leads us up to here, I think.
Yeah, that is so wonderful. And I just love as well the fact that, you and Rebecca, you work so well together and really have that passion and helping the kids and making sure that you're passing on your own knowledge, what you've learned to them, which is really good. And the fact that you started in January, I'm very surprised because make believe it like it's gone so big. So I wouldn't have ever even thought that it was something that was started this year. I thought it had been like years that you've been doing it. So that is props to you. Well done for that. So can you tell us what make believe is, was about, and of course why you started it?
So Make Believe is a theatre school for children ages 3 to 18. We split our groups into 3 groups. We have the infants, or the babies, 3 to 5, the juniors 6 to 9, and the seniors 9 plus. And it's I guess an after school club that's dedicated to helping kids reach their full potential with the performing arts, because obviously we both feel that that's a really good way, not the only way, but a really good way of getting kids confident and getting them being able to do things like singing a song on stage in front of 300 people. It's such an amazing thing to do, and if you can do that, there are so many other things in the world that you can do.
Yeah, indeed, definitely. Because I sometimes we're in a world now where sometimes we forget about those things and we're just so focused so much on the academic side of things. But not all kids have that passion for it. Not every child wants to be a scientist or this, but the more they are exposed to all of these activities, the better that the chances of them actually saying, you know what, I really want this. This is what I like. So, what inspired you to take on this role, and of course the program as well? What is the inspiration behind that?
Yeah, I guess like a shared passion for performing arts and for using performing arts as a tool to help young people. 'Cause, I mean, we both work with young people
Yeah.
a lot. We've both young. I mean, I've worked with young people both here and abroad, and I've seen how performing arts and how learning these skills can really help kids. Like you say, go from very shy to being confident enough to sing or dance in front of people, stuff like that, and making friends as well. Like I think it's impossible to do a theatre camp
Yeah.
or a theatre school and not come away with a
Not make
couple of
friends.
pals, because we get them doing crazy stuff. So
Yeah, definitely. Because remember when Hannah and Harrison started, Harrison's always the shy one. But he, by the end of the program, before the production, before the theater, the show that you did, he was actually confident enough to actually ask that, oh, can I have a line? And I was very surprised, like, because before it's just, he's fine being in the background. But all of a sudden, like, he wants to, and they don't stop singing or dancing anymore.
Oh.
We'll be going somewhere, and all they do is to be singing. And so it definitely shows that you're doing it. But my next question is, how do you create a nurturing and also inclusive environment for kids to be able to explore their talents and also find out what their strengths are in terms of like performing arts?
I think that's very much down to hiring good people. Good staff, whether it's Rebecca or Bessie or Tyler, whoever it is. They are so incredible with the kids, and they nurture that so that it can bring out the best in each individual child. And I guess that brings on to another point, which you made about how to get each, how to nurture each child individually, is to treat them as individuals. You will, if you pay enough attention, you can notice what child needs needs pushing a little bit more, what child maybe needs to focus on maybe something technical, or and you can get if you get involved and you can pay attention to these things, you can see it, and you understand where each child can improve individually. And yeah, I guess we just really focus on having good people around us, because that helps.
Yeah, I think so. And like having the time for each individual child as well, because like Johnny says, they're all so different, and it's so nice for us that we get to know their personalities so well, which is really, it's been so lovely, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Especially those that have been with us for a few months. Like, I feel like we know them so well now, and it's just really lovely. It's almost like we can tell if they come into the class and they're feeling a little bit down. You can read it, like you can see it. So you think, okay, like we need to be gentler with them today. Let them have a bit of time out if they need it. And yeah, like you say, just really respecting them as individuals, because they're kids, but they're all so different. There's not one size fits all.
Definitely. I think that is so important when it comes to anything, because you need the kids as well. They will feel, that they're being seen, they're being heard, and they're not just part of a flock, but they're also being cared for. And there are times when something will happen, maybe when Hannah and Harrison are there, and you call me straight away. This is that. And so that care that you give to the kids is really, really good. But with although yes, it is great, but we all know there are challenges that come when you're working with anyone, especially kids. So, what are some of the challenges that you faced, and how do you address them?
I guess the main challenge that we face is that we obviously we want young people to have as much, everyone that comes to us and steps through the door at Make Believe, so that we want them to have as much fun as humanly possible. But also, like, we're also aware that people are paying us to teach their kids stuff. So when kids don't want to learn, trying to make them want to learn is, I guess, the hardest challenge. And even that can be a week to week thing. Like you say, sometimes a kid will walk and they'll just feel a little bit down, and you need to get them. You need to get them sort of back up and feeling better in that moment, not just because you want them to feel better in themselves, but also because you want them to be able to get the most from the classes. So that is, I would say, the biggest challenge that I've faced personally.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. And the thing with the performing arts is that it is really fun. Especially I think probably they love the acting classes so much, don't they? Because they get to play so many drama games, and it really brings them out of their shell. But at the same time, especially when we were like working towards the show, and we were like, no, this is fun, but also like you do need to know this off by heart, because you're going to go on stage and perform this to your families. So yeah, just really finding that balance of making sure that they have fun and that they want to be there and they want to come back, but also letting them know that we are here to learn, and you are going to get something out of this that isn't just having a laugh with your friends.
Yeah, definitely. I think that is so, so wonderful. Just as I said with Harrison, it's always that just close up. Even when it's just few people. So him being able to be on a stage at a theater and actually doing everything, It was just for me just a wonderful experience watching them, knowing from where they started to, of course, where they are now. Of course, Make Believe had a summer program, a summer camp program. So can you tell us about that, the date and what also the activities I'll be doing, and yeah.
Yeah, so we are doing a summer camp on the 21st of August, which is a Monday. We're going to be holding that at a little sort of hall in Dulwich, which is not at the school we usually run at, but we figured we'd go to a different venue. But that's going to be a day mainly of theatre games and songs and dances. Yeah, that really is about having as much fun as humanly possible. It's the summer holidays, and kids, parents need a reason to drop their kids off for a few hours, and kids need things that they can do that are fun. So that will be a really fun experience for the little babies. We've got a visit from Princess Elsa, so she's going to be coming all the way from, where does she live? Arundel. She's coming all the way from Arundel to be with the infants and with the juniors. We've got a couple of clowns. We are fortunate enough to be very good friends with a couple of clowns, so they're going to come in and they're going to teach the kids clowning.
Professional clowning.
Yeah. So if anyone is interested in comedy, that's what we'll be doing.
Okay, so that'll be in Dulwich.
That'll be in Dulwich, and it'll be on the 21st of August.
And then how long does it last?
It'll be from 10 till 4.
10 till 4?
10 till 4.
Yeah, that's a good
Is it just a one day?
It's just a one day for now. We may extend it next year to a week. It depends. Obviously, it's the first one we've done, so we're stepping tentatively.
Test the waters.
Next year may be a full week, but we're going to see how we manage a day first and then go from there.
No, okay. I will definitely share information. I will share that on my platform. So for any parent that are interested, I think it's also very good. It will give the kids, it's like a taster course where you actually go, experience it, and then if they really love it, then they can enroll onto the program itself. So I think that's really, really good. And yeah, definitely. So I will share that information. So my next question is, how do you ensure that there's a balance between fun and also learning, but also dealing with the challenges that come with it? How do you find the balance? Because they're not just having fun, but you're also preparing them to do things, and maybe they want to become performers, actors, actresses, singers, dancers down the line. So how do you find that balance? Because as a parent myself, trust me, the patience I don't have as much. So how do you find the right balance that they are, of course, having fun, but at the same time they are also learning, and you challenge them so they can be prepared for the world out there? Because yes, it can be fun and games, but they will also have to go out there in the real world, and if that's what they want to do, and they will not have that kind of blanket over them. So how do you prepare them for such things?
It's a good question. I think from my point of view, like, one of the biggest things you can do as a teacher or an educator when you're educating anybody, especially young people, is to be passionate about what it is that you're teaching. I often say, and I think it's true, but like, I can listen to, if somebody is really knowledgeable about something and they're really passionate about something, it almost doesn't matter what that thing is. I could probably spend an hour listening to them talk about it.
Yeah.
So I think, which is why we don't hire teachers per se, we hire performers as teachers. Performers make great teachers for a lot of reasons, but we want the teachers to be super passionate, because when you're passionate about what it is that you're teaching, you're going to make that thing fun for the individual. and also, of course, when there are challenges that arise, again, that passion can then stir that, because you want the kids, like, this means a lot to you, so you want it to mean a lot to them, so you're more likely to make that effort to make sure everybody's participating. And I think it reads, I think it scans as well. When you're being educated by someone who really cares, you feel that inside, and even young people and kids can feel that, when they get that connection.
Yeah,
definitely. We know that social media over the past couple of years to a decade has taken over, right? And so many jobs, of course, they're being replaced, or certain roles, and now so many kids that have been exposed to social media the way that some of us were not growing up, but now they have everything at their fingertip, and they see some of those kids that all they do is to do something silly, go viral, right? And then opportunities come from that. But what the program is about is much more in depth. It's not just about that. But how do you try to also create that sort of interaction, knowing that, of course, technology is there, but also working with the kids to actually give them that balance, and for them to be able to go out there and know that, yes, you can do this, but there are certain things that you are not prepared for if you just one day go viral. We've seen it many, many times
yeah,
with people, especially young people, just doing the most because the fame just comes like that so quickly, and they haven't really been able to learn anything, how to even manage their career or anything else, because it's just go viral, make money, become famous. And that is the mindset a lot of kids have. So when you are doing things the traditional way, the way that it has been done for so long, well, how do you try to get that interaction, that balance, and incorporate that as well, but also making sure that you use those traditional methods that's worked for people?
Yeah, that's another good question. I think again, it comes down to trying to create passion amongst young people. You're right. There is a bit of a smash bang wallop culture at the minute, and
instant fame,
instant fame, instant gratification, instant success, all of these things. And I guess which it does have its, you're right, it does have its problems, and people since the dawn of time have had their 15 minutes of fame and maybe struggled with it. We don't really want to try and encourage people to seek out fame. I've made a career as an actor. Rebecca's made a career as an actor. We're not famous. You can absolutely be performers. You can be dancers. You can be circus performers, singers. And yeah, I mean, look, fame is one of those things that if it happens, it happens. There's not always a great deal you can actually do about it. Someone, a lot of actors, as reading recently about the actor Cillian Murphy, who's playing Oppenheimer in the new Christopher Nolan film, and he moved to London to be a musician and ended up being an actor almost by accident, and now he's obviously super famous. So it goes, sometimes you if fame comes, you can't help it, but if you've got a strong backbone of knowledge and wisdom behind you, then you might stand a better chance of dealing with it better. And that's what we want to try and give people, is that knowledge, that strong structure, and as well, and we want people to enjoy performing arts for the sake of performing arts, not as a means to get famous or rich.
Because I think
get rich.
No, well, maybe there's so many there's so many benefits of the performing arts that are away from the fame and the glitz and the glamour, and like realistically that's such a small part of it. I mean, we've been performing professionally for years and I've yet to see much glitz and glamour at all, to be honest, but I'm still making a living from doing this, and I still love my job and I love the industry that I'm in, and I wouldn't want to do anything else. But even if these young people that come to us every week, even if they don't see themselves becoming an actor or a singer or a dancer in the future, if they want to be, I don't know, an accountant or a vet, that there's still so many skills that they can gain from coming to those classes that aren't necessarily even performance based. Like you were saying, Miriam, about how the confidence that it gives them, you know, that's something that they can take into the corporate world if that's what they want to go and do, you know, public speaking. So yeah, just nurturing them as people and as young people and as humans, not just as, you know, little mini performers.
Yeah, definitely. I see that a lot because I think it is more, just as you were saying, Rebecca, what the kids are learning is not, these are transferable skills. They
Yeah.
are going to be able to use these skills and these tools in every aspect of their lives. If it helps a child to have that confidence, just that little bit of confidence, doesn't matter what career path that that
Yeah.
child decides to go, or but at least they've got those skills that are grounded in them, and also the discipline, because there are certain things that need to be done. So the structure, the discipline thing, those are very, very important. These are the skills that we really need, because even if, let's say, those any of those kids happen to go down that performing arts path and become famous, so you know they will still have those skills. They will be more grounded, and they will have much more of a passion because they are doing it because they love it. And just like most of the time we come online, you see things on social media and you think, oh my god, I wish this, you know, this perfection. But when many times it's just smoke and mirroring, it's just an illusion.
Yeah.
It does not reflect your life, your passion, and doing something you love. I always will encourage my kids and support them to do whatever it is that they're passionate about, whatever path they want to go, but exposing them gives them more of a wide range of choices to make.
Yeah.
So I think that also helps with doing this, because these are extracurriculum activities, and these are things that the school might not be able to accommodate and do it as best as you guys do it, because of course that's the path that you have been in, you've had the experience, and you can pass that on to those kids as well. So that's really good. And also, I just wanted to know as well, what would be, if you are if somebody wants to go down the line of performing arts, whether they want to be an actor, they want to be a singer or dancer, from your own experience, what advice would you give them?
Ooh.
Consume as much great content as you can. If you want to be an actor, you know, go and watch as many. I mean, theatre is expensive, but you can go to the Globe for a fiver. You can find, you can go onto Daytix and you can find cheap tickets. You know, go and watch professionals do it. If you know, if you can't do that, if you can get a Netflix subscription, you know, find out who your favorite actors are. Is it Ian McKellen or Derek Jacobi or Helen Mirren? Find their films and watch them and see what they do, and you know, just consume as much of that as possible, and then do as much as possible with that as well. So whether it's, you know, like join clubs like Make Believe, you know, sing in the shower, you know, just do it because it's fun, and never be afraid to ask people questions. I was working as a waiter in a restaurant in Greenwich, and I overheard a guy talking about how he'd just been to an audition, and I immediately went over to him and started asking him questions. And I think he was a little bit taken aback at first, but actually we ended up having a really good chat, and he, you know, gave me some really great advice. So if you meet actors, or if you're ever in the presence of actors, just speak to them, ask them questions. You know, they'll usually be quite happy to help.
Yeah.
That is really good. Just what you were saying, it is, and I always tell my kids as well. Nowadays, you literally have the world just in your hand, whether it's your iPad, whether it's a phone, computer, you have it. You just need to use it the right way
Mm-hmm.
and find your. When I was growing up, it wasn't like that. You have to go to the library and find an encyclopedia if you want to know anything.
Yeah.
But they have it now just at their fingertip. But it's about how they use it, how they use that to really go forward with their passion. I have my nephew that he is so passionate about like IT computing, and literally by the time he was 10 years of age, he was editing, doing this. Now he is building a whole app, programming, all of that just from watching videos.
Yeah.
No, it's not something that he was taught. He's able to do coding. So we have the world in our hands. It's about how you make use of it and making sure that you know what you want and exploring as much as possible. And I will encourage parents to let your kids explore, let them find their passion, because what you may feel like is passionate, well, what you may want them to do is not necessarily what they want. But when you expose them, they are able to make their own choice, and they like this, they don't like this, they like this, they don't like this, and you just guide them. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guide them and not dictate what they should and shouldn't do.
Yeah.
So that is so, so, so important. And I just wanted to ask as well, what are your future plans in terms of like make believe, the program itself, or any other thing that you would like to do or explore?
With Make Believe, I guess it's just keep growing that little community and growing that little school. You know, we want to get as many kids involved as we can. We want to keep producing cool shows. We're hoping to do Jack and the Beanstalk at Christmas, which we think will be really fun. And then next year, there is the show Game. I think it's called The Game. I know very little about it at the minute, but that will be our big production next year as well. So obviously, come the new year, we'll be really working, like ramping up to make that as good as possible. Obviously, it was our first show this year that me and Rebecca did. I learned an awful lot from that experience. So I'm hoping that we can just keep getting better. Really, I think that's the thing. As a school, we just want to be as good as possible and produce as good a work as possible, and produce students that are as confident and as great as they can be. On a personal level, I guess just keep auditioning and hope someone gives me a job. That's all you can do in this business.
Yeah.
But we still need you for make believe. So if you get a job, just make sure that you still have time.
I will.
Otherwise, Rebecca will have to take over.
Yeah.
So yes, we pray for you to get the job, but also we want you to continue doing
Yeah.
what you're doing with Believe. Since you started in January, it's now August, so that's 8 months. What have you learned from doing it? Maybe some things that you didn't know before, just from an entrepreneurial level point of view, starting, and some things that you may have gotten right, or that you like, okay, I need to do this, improve on. What has been the experience from an entrepreneurial point of view?
Yeah, wow. So it is tough. It's hard. You have to be quite resilient, I guess, because you sort of like, we care quite passionately about wanting to do this, but obviously, like you say, there is an entrepreneurial aspect to it. There's a financial aspect to it, and if we can't afford to keep the thing going, we can't do it. So the sort of being aware of that. Plus, as a performer, like, I had no experience running a business before, so it is. I could probably write a 10,000 word thesis on everything I've learned. It's been a huge journey. You know, yeah, I almost don't know where to start. It's been a real, from starting out, I honestly, I'm struggling to point to words.
I think the thing with running a business is you care so passionately about this thing because it's your baby and it's your business and it's your livelihood. And I think sometimes you forget that not everyone cares about it as much as you do. So you have to be really resilient, like you were saying, and not take things personally. Like if someone decides not to sign up or whatever, like it could be for whatever reason that's nothing to do with you, but because it's your baby and it's your business, you can't help but take that a little bit personally. And that's something that, like, I think both of us have had to work on quite a lot, to be like, it's just circumstance, like everyone's just doing their own thing, and that's really hard. And
I'm also not a very organized person. Like, I'm not an organized, and you have to be organized. So like, there will be things that I will have this list of things to do, and I'll be working through it, and then I'll do that later. And then like a week will go by, and I'll get a text from a parent being like, "Have you done this?" And I'm like, "Oh no!" And you have to sort of like drop what you're doing to go and do it. So I've become a better organized person, but I still have some way to go in that regard.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
No, honestly, as somebody that's also an entrepreneur, it is never easy. You are basically just putting your entire effort, energy, your finances into something that you don't know how it's going to go. But yet, because of that passion that you have, you keep going. And of course, when you are doing something like this, you are going to have to learn. It's like on the job training.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what advice anybody gives you. When you start your own business, you are going to have to learn. You're going to fall, get up, put things together. Sometimes things will happen as well that are out of your control. They're beyond your control. But you have to keep going on because you have that passion. And especially when it comes to kids as well, you think about the smiles that they have when they walk through that door and come in for their session. And that is difficult to find something that keeps you grounded and keep you going. But I think for the two of you is the passion that you have. And I always say to people as a coach, business wise, you just have to keep going if you really believe in something. Rome was not built in a day. We come across this post, we come across people, and you see these things on social media and you think, no, this is, why isn't it so? why is it difficult for me to do this? Look at this person. They'll be like, I'm making so a month. I'm doing this. And you are sitting there thinking, because sometimes even to just break even when you start a business is difficult.
Mhm.
And also, we have just come out of a pandemic. There is a global financial crisis. So it's already difficult on all levels.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the fact that even with all of the stumbles, the challenges, you have still kept going, that just says a lot about how passionate you are about what you are doing. And if nothing, I think just smiles on those kids, their faces, seeing their growth, their confidence coming out, is just amazing. And I when I was discussing with my mom, and I was telling my mom the twins will be doing a performance in Greenwich Theatre. I was like, we barely even did anything at school, let alone for them to have that experience, because it was a whole production. It wasn't just touch and go. Like what you guys did was just wonderful. It was a whole production.
Oh, thank
It
you.
was amazing. You can see how proud all the parents were. We were so excited and so proud, and just watching everything come together. I'm like, how do they even get all of this? Like the stage, this ones are finished. You have to come get them. Run, ones are coming. This is that. But at the end of the day, it was such a wonderful production, the one that you had at Greenwich Theatre. And even for kids to have that experience and be able to say, I performed at a theatre,
Yeah.
that alone is going to really help them.
Mhm.
I wanted to actually, if you give me some minute, I want to share some of the photos from the production. They say, see,
Oh,
believing. So let me just show some of this that I took, and just how wonderful it was.
oh, how lovely.
Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to pull those up so we can watch it ourselves. But no, I truly recommend, I truly commend you all for putting everything together. The internet has said no, so I will pictures.
Oh, thank you so much, though, and as well, like the kids did amazing as well. We were so proud of them, weren't we?
Yeah, we
Like when
were.
we got home, we were absolutely exhausted because it felt a bit like organized chaos at times, but they did so well. They really stepped up and really gave it their all, and that's really all that we could have asked of them.
Yeah,
Really, they were
yeah. And
great.
it was a new experience for everyone. It was a new experience for us. It was a new experience for them, and they did really step up. They were really wonderful.
Yeah.
It was amazing to see.
So if somebody is interested and wants to sign up, what was the procedure?
So you can either go on the Make Believe website, or you can drop me an email at Make Believe. What's my email address?
I can put that down on the panel.
Yeah, if you do that. And yeah, or you can find us on Instagram at Make Believe Southwark. Or if they want to speak to you, anyone, we have a referral scheme where if anybody comes and they do sign up and they reference Miriam gets a free month. So
Oh, is
if
that
you
for me to
want to go
ask?
that way, I'm sure Miriam will be very happy. So yeah, those are the ways to find us.
Is it for me to get ready, or is it for the kids? Because
Yeah.
no, it's been wonderful speaking with you, Johnny, Rebecca, and thank you for all that you've done for the kids. And truly always recommend you. And I've got the website there, but I think you just need to click on. Once you go on that website, if you put your address, it will show you the nearest branch
It will.
of Make Believe, and then you can sign up through there. When is the next? When are you resuming? Because I know right now we're on summer holiday.
So we're back. We're back on the 9th of August. So we're back in about a week and 2 days.
Yeah.
No, week and a day.
Week and a day.
Week and a day. So next week we're back. And then by September we'll be fully back in the swing.
Yeah.
Okay. And camp is the 20. What date is the summer camp?
21st of August.
21st of August. So you resume the program itself on the 9th, and then the 21st is the camp, the program.
Yeah.
Because there's some people that are coming in now, and I just wanted to just say that information again. If you can just say again what the summer camp is about, because some people are now just coming in and watching.
Yeah, sure. So the summer camp is going to be a 10 till 4 day. We are going to be having, we'll be splitting it in two. So we'll have our little itty bitties, the 3 to 5 year olds. They're going to be having fun and games with Princess Elsa. She'll be taking them for a couple of hours. And then the juniors and the seniors, so that's everybody that's 6+, they will be having, they'll be playing a lot of theatre games, doing a lot of singing, a lot of dancing, and they'll be working with Tommy and Haley, who are our 2 favourite clowns. And they'll be doing a whole workshop on how to be as funny as possible.
Lots of slapstick and physical movement and stuff like that. It'll be so fun for them. They're going to love it. I'm very excited.
Yeah, definitely they will, for sure. And parents are looking for, especially when it's summer. So if you just need a break even and you just need some time, this is a perfect solution. You can just drop them off and let them have fun. It'll be a good way for them to learn a lot about make-believe, and if they enjoy it, then you can then join the program for them to continue. So my laptop's finally decided to download the pictures, so I wanted to show that before we go.
Amazing.
Before it decides not to again. So let me just get these photos, because I really want people to see the production itself, because this is something very, very professional. Let me 1 second. Okay. All right. So I'm going to get to share screen. And okay, if you can see this.
Look at him go.
Yeah, look at them go. Yeah, this is from the production that they did. Just really, yeah.
Oh, they look like they're having so much fun.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep, so that's what make believe is all about. Just having fun. And then so those are just few images, and thank you so much, Johnny. Thank you, Rebecca. It's
Thank you so much.
so great having you on. I wish you nothing but the best, and definitely here anytime. And I will put the details up, and as I said, the website is on the screen. Go there, and once you put your address, it will tell you your nearest Make Believe center, and then you can sign your kids up, and that's it, and they can have all the fun. Also, don't forget the summer camp on the 21st. Just let your kids go from 10 to 4, have some fun, and maybe you can just go and just chill, do something.
Breathe.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Just I don't know. It's there. If anybody is watching, if you have a question, just few more minutes because we're about to leave. But if you're watching and if you have a question about anything to do with make believe, the acting, singing, and dancing program, please do write it, and Johnny and Rebecca will be able to answer. So come and say, speak now or forever. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Does anybody have any question? Let me go through here. So we have some of the comments here. Thank you, Ami. Good evening. Thank you so much, Kim. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate that. Thank you, Sid. Thank you, Fantasia. Love you. Oh yeah, I can't wait to come to London. You have to. Okay, that's true. Okay, that's beautiful. I can't wait. She said, I don't mind sharing the flyer.
Oh,
That's
thank you.
why she's a vlogger. She's got a big platform and she's so supportive.
Oh,
Amazing.
If she was in London, those kids would be in. Yeah, so she has volunteered to kindly share
Oh,
on
lovely.
her
Thank you very much.
thank you so
which
much.
is lovely. Thank you, sis. Love you. So if nobody has any questions, please don't later. Okay, you can actually later on, you can write on the comment and I will try and just send it over to Johnny and Rebecca to answer because I might not be able to give you an answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Can't
Miriam.
wait
You
to
lovely.
see you. Thank you. Oh, wait, I would say one. Okay, don't mention you guys have done well. Oh, thank you. Yes, it's always showing love. So definitely, don't worry, sis. Anybody that when you share the flyer, if somebody they can you just use you as the person that refer them, and you can pass on the bonus to me.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Rebecca. Have a lovely evening, and thanks for gracing my platform. Continue to do what you do, continue to shine, continue to grow, and everything. And Johnny, even if you do get the job, just know that make believe.
Thank you so much for having us. It's been really lovely.
It's been so nice. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know, they've just been coming people like, not now. I can hear your voices and they know it.
I know it's us.
No, it's not Wednesday.
Well, we look forward to seeing them again.
Not long to wait.
Definitely. We can't wait. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Rebecca. And have a blessed evening. Thank you, everyone that has watched or is watching after the live ends. But thank you all. And God bless you. Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.